The cinema event of the year is finally upon us. No, it's not Cocaine Bear, that's pretty close. But today we're going to be talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Now feral and bloodthirsty, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet terrorize Christopher Robin and a group of young women at a remote house. I've been looking forward to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey ever since it was announced. This horror adaptation of the classic Winnie the Pooh story, I knew it wasn't going to be like the best thing ever, but I wanted to see how bloody and crazy it could be. There's been a few other horror adaptations that this company is starting to make. We're also going to have a Bambi film and Peter Pan as well. Last year we had a Grinch horror film, and I thought that was pretty fun. But this film actually was pretty gruesome. There was some pretty graphic kills in here. And to my surprise, the story actually works. I was wondering how they would take a very cuddly bear and turn it into a horror film. And the story does work. Essentially is when Christopher Robin left and the animals, Piglet and Eeyore and Winnie the Pooh, were supposed to take care of themselves. And that allowed them to return to their animal ways and kill Eeyore and eat Eeyore. And they were upset with Christopher Robin for leaving him. And from there on, they just hated humans. That makes sense. In the Disney versions, it's not like that at all. But for this film, I think the story did manage to turn it into a horror film in the best way possible. The first part of the film, we have some animation that kind of explains everything. And from there on, we just have Winnie the Pooh and Piglet killing a bunch of people. It did take me some time to actually think that it was Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, because for the most part of the film, I thought, okay, it's just a person in a mask. And I didn't sit there and think, okay, this is Winnie the Pooh all grown up and he's killing a bunch of people with Piglet. Did not think that for a lot of the film. And there was a certain point when I started to really think about the trauma that they went through, and then I started to just kind of see Piglet and Winnie the Pooh there and all of their emotions, because there are a few times kind of towards the end of the film with Christopher Robin now as an adult that they are angry and they start to kind of showcase these emotions. They aren't speaking at all, but you can kind of see what they are feeling. But at a certain point in the film, I started to think that this is Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, not a person in a mask, and he's killing a bunch of people. I thought it was the bear all grown up. And so there's that little bit of a turning point kind of towards the end. It is a bit jarring to see Winnie the Pooh and Piglet with these masks that look a bit cheap at times, killing a bunch of people. Now the kills. There is a lot in here, actually. We have this group of women that are at a remote house, and we have Christopher Robin. The kills that are in here are pretty gruesome, and they really don't hold back on certain things. Where my problem was with the Grinch is that they kind of did things off screen, and you just kind of had to think about what was happening. They showed a lot of that in here, and it added to those feral moments from Piglet and Winnie the Pooh as well. At times it feels very cliche and your typical slasher film. When we learn about Piglet and Winnie the Pooh and they hate humans, it's just them killing people. There's really no connection to some of the minor characters in here besides Christopher Robin. The women that just come in, they're just there to be killed. And there are some entertaining moments within it. But I wish they would have did a little more with Christopher Robin, because he was in the beginning of the film and a little bit at the end. And I think they could have added some those emotional moments between the characters when we see like Christopher Robin pleading for his life and trying to connect to Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. I think they really could have utilized Christopher Robin a little more in here. It really could have added to the story and that turn for these characters in the beginning. But Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, it delivers on the blood. And there is some honey in here as well. It's kind of gross to see. But the story does work. I was surprised how the story managed to fit into this. I thought it was going to be very gimmicky and stupid because it's Winnie-the-Pooh and now a horror film. But when you look at the story of Christopher Robin and Piglet and Eeyore and all of those characters and him returning back to his life and leaving the 100-acre woods, and they're just left alone. What are they going to do? We have Disney movies that are showing them all by themselves and everything, but it makes sense that they would return to their animal ways and completely ignore who they are and not talk at all and hate humans. And that's essentially what this is, and it's pretty fun. It is a film that I was looking forward to, and if they could take some of these properties that are now public domain and create a unique story with it, I think it could be really fun. This film managed to work with its story, and I could see a film with Bambi and Peter Pan turning into a horror film if you look at the story and manage to do it right. So Blood and Honey, I enjoyed it. Yes, it is stupid at times and a bit average, but the story worked. I wish there was more Christopher Robin. Winnie-the-Pooh and Piglet are absolutely disturbing. The masks for them are really creepy. They don't talk at all. It's horrifying at times, but when you actually think that it is Winnie-the-Pooh and Piglet, not just a person killing people, then it becomes more terrifying. So I recommend checking out Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey if you want a kind of campy horror film. It delivers the gruesome moments. The story works for it. It's Winnie-the-Pooh and Piglet killing people. I expected a lot from this. I was really looking forward to this and definitely delivered on the kills in here. So before I give you my score for Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button and get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey a B-. Thank you guys for checking out my review of Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.